Hi, I'm Rita Wilkins, also known as the Downsizing Designer. So we're all busy, and one of the things that people oftentimes say is, I just don't have time for decluttering. So today's video is about that and how to find time for decluttering. Because in a recent survey of my social media audience, over 75% of those who responded said the hardest part of decluttering for them was finding time. So even though they wanted to declutter their homes and get organized, they found it difficult to find time in their busy schedules to actually make it happen. So their overwhelming response challenged me to generate some easy to implement ideas to help overcome not enough time as an obstacle that prevented them from enjoying the peace and the calm of a decluttered life. So perhaps you know someone whose home is always guest ready. It's always neat, it's organized, and it's just free of clutter. So have you ever asked them how they did it and what they do to make their home as neat and clean and organized as it is, even though you know they're just as busy as you are? So chances are that they've developed some of their own productivity hacks and daily micro habits that work for them. So somehow they seem to magically fit those little bits of decluttering and organizing into their already busy schedule. The reality is that it's not magic, and the reality is that we all have the same 24 hours in our days as well. And the reality is that anyone who really wants to declutter their home and get organized can also find the time in their 24 hours to achieve the same results by simply managing their time better. So here are some thoughts about how to find time in your busy schedule. Number one, and I guess I'm titling just, I do have 5 to 10 minutes. What can I declutter? So rather than saying I don't have time, start saying, I do have time. I have 5 to 10 minutes or 20 to 30 minutes. What can I declutter and organize within that time frame? And number two is just say to yourself, I have pockets of wasted time that I could use to declutter. So rather than wasting those 5 to 10 minutes or the 20 to 30 minutes on mindless things like scrolling, on social media, make better use of those small pockets of time throughout the day to tackle pre-selected micro decluttering projects. And number three is say to yourself, I have a plan for micro decluttering projects. So rather than getting stuck on being overwhelmed by not knowing where to start, when you do have a few minutes of spare minutes in your schedule, create a plan ahead of time of pre-selected areas for micro decluttering projects that you already know what area you will declutter, preventing you from having to waste time thinking about it at all. You just kind of are able to do it. When I have 5 minutes, I know I have to declutter that area. So examples of found time. And I've categorized these into 5 to 10 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, and then 40 to 60 minutes. So in the event that you have 5 to 10 minutes of a pocket of time, you could be waiting for your coffee to brew. A micro project that you might accomplish then would be to get rid of duplicates or triplicates in the cooking utensil drawer. Or another 5 to 10 minute micro pocket of time might be before your morning shower. Just look into your linen closet and so declutter and donate some of those unused towels or sheets. And then another one is before you go to bed. So take 5 to 10 minutes to declutter or organize the top of your nightstand. Then if you have 20 to 30 minute pockets of time, so for instance, in between Zoom calls, you could declutter and organize your desktop and maybe even one or two drawers. If you have 20 to 30 minutes of time waiting for dinner to come out of the oven, you could declutter and organize one small kitchen cabinet. And if you're waiting for kids to come home from school, you could declutter and organize the mudroom closet. Then if you have 40 to 60 minute times, so you might be, your spouse might be working on taxes. You could, during that 40 to 60 minute period, declutter and organize part of the file cabinet. Another one would be in that 40 to 60 minute time, if you have kids playing outside, you could, kind of be outside with them and declutter and organize a couple of the shelves on a couple of shelves in your garage. And then another one would be if your kids or grandkids might be napping, that found time, that precious time, and rather than just taking a nap yourself, you might declutter or organize a guest room closet. So these are just a few ideas for finding time throughout the day to consistently accomplish small wins, which over time become big wins. And don't allow your busy schedule to become your go-to excuse for not having time to declutter and get organized. Using these small pockets of time to declutter is motivating because it gives you a sense of control, knowing it will eventually get done, and that's okay. Hope this